So we're going to have a look at some number theory, and in particular the prime omega functions. So the prime omega functions, there is two different functions which are very, very closely linked to each other, but with one fine difference. Now, capital omega of n is the sum, i.e. sum of one, that's one at a time, of all the prime divisors of a number n, and it includes all the square numbers as well of the divisors. So for example, omega of 18, so we know that 18 is made up of 2 times 3 times 3, so that's 2 times 3 squared. So we've got p to the alpha, so we could have 2 to the 1, 3 to the 1 and 3 squared. So that's going to give us 3. So if we sum all those up, omega of 18 equals 3. Now the lowercase version of omega, that's omega n, is very similar here, but this is all the distinct prime factors. So again, looking at 18, so prime omega function of 18, so 18 we know has got a prime factor of 2 and 1 of 3 twice. This one only takes the value of 2. Okay, so that leads us on now to an identity for these two omega functions. What we can say is that the capital or uppercase version of n is always larger or equal to the lowercase version of n. That's one identity that comes up in the prime omega functions calculations, and its relationship with other functions as well, including the mobius function. So if you have a look at the mobius function, so let's just rub this off. Actually, no, we can leave that on. We can fit this over here. So the mobius function, which is mu of n, what we can say with this, we've got minus 1 to the power of lowercase omega n is equal to minus 1 to the uppercase prime omega function of n if n is square free. So if you have a look in the description down below, you'll see a link there for the mobius function and details of how it's made and all the different values for it. So if the number n is square free, so for example 18 is not square free because it's made up of 3 squared in its prime factors. So therefore mu of n, okay, so that's the number of prime factors. We've got a 2 and a 3. So therefore that takes on the value of minus 1. Okay, minus 1 to the omega of n. So lowercase version is 2. So minus 1 squared, let's just put that as an equals minus 1 squared, which equals uppercase version, which is minus 1 cubed. This is not a valid identity because we would have minus 1 equals 1 equals minus 1. Obviously this is not making any sense. So there's one identity there for the prime omega function. Now we're going to have a look at another couple. Okay, let's take these ones off. Okay, there's another identity where we can say 2 to the lowercase of omega n is less than or equal to the divisors of n, that is the sum of the divisors of n, which is also less than or equal to the capital version of the prime omega function of n. So let's just have a look at a different number now. Instead of 16, let's have a look at 18, let's have a look at 16. So let's see what 16 is made up of. So 16 is 2 to the power of 5. And then while we're at a different number, we'll have a look at the number 21, which is 3 times 7. So they're made up of different kind of constituent prime numbers. So omega n lowercase, let's look at that one first. So for 16, lowercase omega n, that's the distinct prime numbers of prime factors of 16. That would just be 1. So therefore the value there would be -1. Okay, sorry, +1. Capital omega n. So let's just change that to a 16 so we know what we're looking at. 16, that just is all the prime factors of n, so it's 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5. So that then would equal 5. Okay, so next we look at the divisors of n. So the divisors of n give us 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. So the total number of divisors is 5. So 2 to the lowercase, so that's 2 to the power of 1. It's less than or equal to 5, which is less than or equal to 2 to the power of 5. So this is correct. So now let's have a look at 21. So let's just make a bit of space on this side. So for 21, we got lowercase omega function of 21. That's 3 times 7. So therefore that will equal 2. Uppercase version of 21, prime omega function of that will also give us 2. So now, if you follow this function here, 2 to the omega n, so looking at 21, 2 squared is less than or equal to the divisors of n. How many divisors is there of 21? So 21 divisors of 21, we've got 1, 3, 7, 21. So we've got 4. And then that is less than or equal to 2 the capital version, which is also 2. So as these are all equal, we've got 4 equals 4 equals 4. That is also true. Okay, so one more identity which we can look at is this one here, is where we take the divisors of a number n and take the absolute value of the mobius function of that number n, of the number of divisors in n, and that will equal 2 to the lowercase omega of n. Okay, so let's try that on 21 and 16 and see how we get on. Now for the mobius function values, check the link in the description below. That will show us how we get to those values. But for now, I'll just do a quick refresher on that. So the divisors of 21 are 1, 3, 7 and 21. So the mobius function of 1 equals positive 1. The mobius function of 3, it's got 1 prime factor, so that's a negative. 7 is also prime, so that's got another a singular prime factor, so that is also -1. And 21 has got 2 prime factors, namely 3 and 7, so that's a positive. So if we add all those up, absolute values, we get 4. So absolute value of -1 plus absolute value of +1 plus absolute value of -1 plus absolute value of +1, that equals 4. All those ones look like the absolute value brackets. So 2 to the omega of 21. So 2 to the omega of 21 Well, omega of 21 is 2, so 2 squared equals 4. So that takes care of that. So now let's have a look at the mobius values for this function. So 16, so let's have a look. Divisors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. So let's calculate the mobius values for that. So mu of 1 we know is +1. Mu of 2, it's got 1 prime factor, so that's -1. Mobius function for 4, now that is square free. Sorry, that is a square, so that's 2 squared. So basically that will equal 0. 8 is also got a square in it, so that's 2 squared times 2, so that's 2 cubed. So that one is also 0. And the same with 16, that is also 0. Okay, so what is the omega for 16? So 2 to the omega of 16, that equals 1. Sorry, that is 2 to the power of 1, which equals 2. So now the mobius function values for all of this is +1 and -1, which is just going to be making us 2. So in the end we've got 2 equals 2. So that's proven for this one, for 16 here, and it's proven for 21 here. You could try many other examples yourself as well. Okay.